Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Base Builder Monday. My name is Ben. I work on a marketing team for Blindflux Studios who are currently developing grounder phases, including this little gray plane. Every week, I have the great honor and pleasure of playing the game and showing you the latest developments that have been made. Last week, I explained a little bit about the missions. I would like to dive into more practical examples this week. As you can see, I got my base going here, I got enough food, I got some people working. I went way overboard with tarp production because it's free, and as a result, I have created a lot of trash. I also got a beautiful tier 4 runway. It is morning, which means we get to bring in some beautiful planes, which are still gray. Oh, I forgot about that. We have now a 3D turnaround of all of the planes in our buy your plane screen. The Bristol Bullfire is also going to look amazing. There's a Spitfire. Beautiful. The Blenheim also going to be colored in, and last but not least, the Lancaster. Way too big for this. So these should all be colored in and filled out by the time we release the next alpha, which is next or so week. What was I going to do? I was going to bring in a Spitfire. Zoop. There's Spitfire. Such an elegant plane. Beautiful how it now uses the entire length of the runway. Amazing. And now we've got a whole bunch of new crew members, which I now have to actually designate some work to do. So while we wait for a mission to pop up, it will take a moment or two for a mission to pop up randomly. I will actually build some more beds because now we have a lot more guys. There we go. Okay, urgent ground squadron support. So we talked about how missions have their own names, how their own designations, what type of mission it is, what requirements you need. I don't think I mentioned this, but here you got 2 planes out of I think 5, so it gives you an idea of how difficult the mission is. A timer, how long you have left to start the mission, and the most important thing here, this wasn't working last week. So out of all the planes that you can send into the mission, what would be your success estimate? So let's say I want to put in a plane that has 5 to 5 strength, and we require 10 to 40. So the game then calculates what the odds are of you winning with this crew, with this plane, in this battle, in this mission. Success estimate, 0. But if I were to add, let's say, a Gloucester Gladiator, that suddenly turns into 46%, right? Let me go ahead and go overboard and send in some of the more powerful people. And suddenly you get a success estimate of 100%. So all these numbers in between here, these tie automatically to the individual characters who you are now sending into battle, right? How are they feeling? So all these down here, confidence, energy, these are all green, these are all good, and this gives us a boost for the battle. So it is at this point in the game where you kind of want to ask yourself, okay, I have 100% success rate if I set all 5 planes. I can do that, but at what cost, right? The planes will come back damaged. There's a chance that somebody might die. I can win the battle, but at what cost, right? I can lose a lot during the battle. So is it maybe not worth risking the Lancaster, which probably didn't contribute much anyway? Do I want to risk my Spitfire? If I remove the Spitfire, we're down to 93%. Still very respectable, right? Highly unlikely that I'm going to lose, but now my Spitfire won't be damaged at all. So I like this, so I will send my planes off into battle on a 93% success estimate. So we'll let that cook for a moment and watch these guys sleep in the night. And you will see at the bottom here, found our squad on the ground, assisting them now. So you get like little updates as to how the mission is going. Ground threat successfully eliminated, our squad is safe and can advance. So you will be getting feedback as the mission progresses. This is just an example of it. Different missions will obviously have different dialogues. And here we have it. The guys will be returning our urgent ground squadron report. But as you can see, there's still some placeholders here. It's not completely finished, but this will give you a full report on how the mission went. And if you go check out your planes, you will see that this has cost the Gloucester some amount of fuel. It has cost some amount of health. You see it's at 95. Let's see. Bristol Blenheim didn't take that much damage. And the Hawker Harkin also took some damage there. There's also some... Oh, actually I didn't build a fuel. Ooh, I don't have any fuel. You now have to fix your planes, right? So if I go, let's see, Malcolm, right click, repair airplane, and you can see him hammering away at the wing. Maybe not the most accurate depiction, but you know, you get the point. Health 100%, there you go. So now the Hawker Hurricane is ready to fly again, kinda. It also has, you'll also see the orange value, the integrity of the plane. So the plane also suffers from degradation if you don't build hangars. Much like the resources out here, if they sit outside, they lose integrity because they're exposed to the sky, exposed to the ground, whatever. So you will also need to build hangars around your planes to make sure that they don't degrade. And another thing that we've added would be a replenishing fuel tank. There you go. Do we have enough? From what I know, I don't think this is going to be the absolute end solution to fuel on the base. So there will be other options. You obviously cannot just produce fuel out of thin air, right? But you have the option of contacting HQ, right? Or the village. And there will be some trade-offs there. You can maybe exchange goods that you have with people from the village. And HQ might give you stuff depending on how you progress in the game. Ah, this is the first time I'm seeing this actually. So where are you going, Duncan? Refuel. Task is refuel. Yeah. So you guess you're going to the, what was it, Blenheim? Did you just refuel the Spitfire? I didn't even bring him. So we got a new mission, large troop transport. This is a nice example. So now we have like a little box here. So transportation obviously doesn't require firepower, right? So as you can see, a Hawker Hurricane would be useless for a situation like this. But a Blenheim though, So if I put in, let's say, a Hawker Hurricane, or who else is low value? Duncan with his Luster Gladiator, or David Reese. You got a success estimate of 39%, even though these are actually 3 good planes, and you got everyone who's in a good mood. All these bonuses still don't help you very much because, let's face it, you got the wrong planes for transportation. So I will remove these guys, and you can see the percentage lower. Beautiful. So let's put in some of the big planes. I mean, I only want to send in 1 plane because, let's face it, I don't want to waste fuel on this. Only 55? Oh my god, I have to send a second one as well. How's that do? 92%. I'll take that. We took heavy damage and casualties on the drop-off. It was a mess. Yo, what you mean? Oh no, how did we fail that mission? That was like a 90+% success rate. We're gonna get in a Beaufighter, another Blenheim, and this will be another Lancaster. Which means I got about 10 to 12 more mouths to feed. Was that 2 there and 2 there? I should have thought that through. That's poor management on my part. And now, because I have more planes, I don't have enough beds, so someone's sleeping on the floor. Oh dear, I got all this trash to deal with. I don't have any more food. Oh dear, I call in too many planes way too quickly. That's not good. So next time, note to self, make sure the base is ready to accommodate 7 more people. Because this is gonna have an effect on base morale at some point, because I don't have enough food. People are gonna faint and die. But I will say these missions are very fun. They add a lot to the game, and it really makes you think about how you want to manage your resources. Not just the mission itself, like which planes do I send? Is it worth risking the plane getting damaged? It will cost too much fuel. So the whole percentage thing, it's really fun to play around with. And it also gives you a very high incentive, like I said, to get more planes so that you can rotate the crew so that not every plane has to fly every mission. But that, of course, has a downside that you now have a crew of about 1,000,001 people on this base who I just cannot sustain. So how do you go about managing this? But this adds a whole new dynamic to the whole balancing thing, because it takes a while to get your base to a point where the food source is sustainable for just the 8 members on the initial 8 members of the crew when you start the game. But now I have, I don't know, 40 people and who I have to manage. So you could very easily destroy your own gameplay by calling in too many planes at once. That's actually pretty funny. I haven't got the low food stock notification. That's actually quite heartbreaking, because it took me a while to get this whole, doesn't look like a lot, but I took a long while to get this going here. And I think I just destroyed my base by calling in too many people. Oh my god. So I hope you guys are fans of base building and micromanagement and resource management, because this has just gotten really real now. So these were the missions. If there are any questions at all, please ask away. Anything you want me to see or try out, let me know. If not, I'll see you guys next week. Take care and bye-bye.